But first tonight, a special full circle report on the struggle many Floridians are still facing nearly 1 year into this pandemic. Florida's unemployment fiasco then and now. What's happening in Tallahassee and in the courts to make it right? Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamison Euler.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thank you for joining us. ABC Action News reporter Heather Lee has spent the last year helping so many Floridians who waited months to get unemployment benefits in the middle of this pandemic. And new tonight, she takes an in-depth look at the problems, the progress, and the path ahead.
Unemployment claims are surging as the spread of COVID-19 rattles the economy.
As the country began shutting down.
It's daunting. I was on a phone call with other states, and they're facing the same type of increase.
People finding themselves without a job in the middle of a worldwide pandemic were turning to the state of Florida for help. Instead, many found despair.
My electric is going to go off. My cell phone is going to go off. My car is ready to be repossessed.
It's hard to lay in bed at night and think, what can you get rid of so you can survive? It's just been, like I said earlier, one of the toughest times of my life.
Our whole life just got stripped out of us. It's almost like you're having anxiety attacks.
I'm lucky I have great friends that have helped me with rent. I had to get food stamps I never thought I would.
We're falling apart. We're going to lose everything.
For months, people told us they weren't getting paid or simply couldn't get answers from the Department of Economic Opportunity. Calls went unanswered.
Thank you for calling the Florida Reemployment Assistance Program.
And unreturned.
This has been...
Frustrated, thousands of people began reaching out to us. In May, our role in this debacle got even larger.
Who's been waiting?
I'm getting emails every day.
Can you give me the names?
Governor Ron DeSantis saying in a news conference, most people have been paid, and those who haven't are likely to blame.
9 times out of 10, the application's incomplete. And I think if you have applied in that time period and your application's complete and you qualify, I think 99.99% of those folks have been paid.
It's kind of like kicking a dog when it's down.
We created a spreadsheet and we asked out-of-work Floridians to fill it out so that we could send it into the DEO as well as the governor's office.
But when a reporter asked if the governor received the list this morning, he suggested it's the reporter's job to vet those applications for Social Security numbers and verify if they are valid applicants.
I think it's your responsibility, if you're representing that there's someone in March who hasn't been paid, to tell your viewers whether that someone is a valid applicant or not.
The role of reporters is not to verify applicants.
In total, we've sent in the names and information of more than 26,000 people, like Michael Tibbs in May, who spent months attempting to get his benefits.
It seems like the bottom fell out of the bucket.
His issues were solved within 48 hours of us reaching out to the DEO.
And if it wasn't for people like you in the fight, I don't know if I would have ever received the benefits I needed. I don't know if I'd be in the situation I am in today.
Tibbs went back to his job in June, but thousands of others were stuck in the system.
It's almost insulting to the state of humanity as far as we've come in technology that DEO says it can't be done. Nothing can handle this traffic. Amazon, Walmart, FedEx, UPS, none of them have this problem.
Guatier Kitchen is the co-lead counsel on a lawsuit against the DEO and Deloitte, the company behind Connect, which is currently making its way through the courts.
This system was designed to fail, was never intended to work. It's not working. And now they're saying, well, it's not our fault. Well, it's our hope that somebody will be held accountable.
And that's what lawmakers around the state are hoping for, too.
Floridians should be mad about this because it really is just ridiculous.
Dane Eagle, the DEO's third executive director in 1 year, called on third-party vendors to investigate the system and find out what needs to change.
I really stress the need to flush and vet out a lot of the issues and how we got here, really, before we made any concrete decisions and changes.
The Florida Office of Inspector General was also directed by the governor last year to investigate Connect. I reached out to Dane Eagle to see how he plans to address these issues, but I was told he wasn't available at this time. Florida Commissioner of Agriculture Nikki Fried also urged the OIG for the investigation, but has yet to receive any update on the outcome. A spokesperson for her says they, quote, do not expect a thorough investigation of the Connect mismanagement that left Florida to be the second worst state for paying unemployment benefits. State Representative Ana Escamani filed a bill that she believes would likely require a brand new system run on a cloud-based server, although she's open to incremental changes, but says inaction is not an option.
We've not seen the governor's proposed budget mention any of those changes, and so that needs to be a part of the conversation as well.
There's really no line item in here for a new website or any of that, and it was conspicuously absent for many of us.
State Senator Jason Pizzo says he's also waiting to see what happens with the lawsuit against DEO and Deloitte. If it's dismissed, he'd like the legislature to exercise its subpoena power.
I would like to bring forward some of these parties that may be mentioned in reports in the Inspector General's report, bring them forward and have them raise their right hand and ask how we got here.
And coming up on a year since troubles began for hundreds of thousands of people, folks are still suffering. We spoke to Gail McDermott just last week. She believes we were the final push after working with others that got her claim sorted out.
I screamed. I screamed with joy.
At the beginning of February, the U.S. Government Accountability Office confirmed it is examining oversight of the federal and state unemployment insurance program during the pandemic and how at least 6 states, which includes Florida, implemented the CARES Act programs through virtual sites. It plans on interviewing state unemployment insurance agency officials and advocacy groups, but officials will also hold group discussions with claimants. The U.S. Inspector General also looked at all states' distribution of unemployment insurance claims and released a report Wednesday. We've posted a copy of that to abcactionnews.com. Of course, we will continue pushing state leaders for answers about Florida's Connect system for you. Heather Lee, ABC Action News.